Your mom just called you. She is crying. She says someone just stole her entire paycheck. She asked you for money. It is real? Is that really your mom? Then your boss calls. He needs you to transfer $50,000 to an account right now. It's urgent. It's official. Sounds exactly like him. Is that really your boss? Then you see a video on the news. The president just resigned. There is chaos. Markets are tanking. It is true? Did you really see that? Can you believe your own eyes? Welcome to 2026, the year you can no longer believe anyone. Not your mom, not your boss, not your own eyeballs. I'm Dr. Cubit, and this is Behind the Digital Curtain. It is? Welcome to Behind the Digital Curtain, the podcast where technology speaks human. I am Dr. Sergio Sanchez, aka Dr. Cubit, your guide to understanding what's going on with artificial intelligence, digital dangers, how to navigate this crazy world of digital lies and scams that seem straight out of science fiction movies. I will tell you how to protect yourself even if you don't like technology. And well, let's start with the show. Welcome to Behind the Digital Curtain. Hello everybody, this is Dr. Sergio Sanchez, Dr. QB, and today we are going to talk something really important. Let me be straight with you. 3 years ago, in 2023, there were 500,000 deepfakes online. 500,000. Sounds like a lot, right? Like if I said there are 500,000 counterfeit Rolex watches in New York, it's a problem, but you can still spot the fake. But here's what should terrify you. In 2025, just last year, there were 8 million deepfakes. 8 million. Let me say that again. 8 million. That's 900% annual growth. Not 9%, 900%. To put it in perspective, if your salary grew up at that rate, you will make $9,000 a year instead of one. 1 year. Without doing anything different. That's how fast deepfakes multiply. And we are not talking about bad videos of people eating corn. Well, there are those, but that's not the point. We are talking about something far more dangerous. Recently, researchers at the University of Buffalo, people who actually knows what they're talking about, confirmed something that should have all of us sweating. Voice deepfakes have crossed the line. You know what that means? It means you can listen to a voice on the phone anymore and know if it's real. Scientists confirmed that fake voices are now indistinguishable from real ones to the human ear. To us, regular people, we can't tell the difference at all. Our ears lie to us. But wait, there is more. There's always more. 1 in 10 Americans 1 in 10, has already received a clone voice message. Someone using their mom's voice, their dad's voice, their brother's voice, their boss voice. And here's the part that is still your sleep. 77% of those people lost money. 77%. That is not a small number. That's not, oh, I got a scan for $50. We are talking thousands, entire savings, retirement funds transferred to accounts that doesn't exist. And then there is Grok. You hear of Grok. That's Elon Musk's AI on X, formerly Twitter if you forgot. Well, in January 2026, Grok was generating 6,700 non-consensual sexual images every single hour. 6,700 per hour. And that wasn't just Grok in one platform. But here, what is insane. Grok alone was generating 84 times more than the top 5 deepfake sites combined. 84 times more. One company, one AI. Which means your photos, my photos, that picture of your cousin from the beach club in Cancun, all of it can be used to create fake sexual content without your permission, without you knowing, and you will never even find out. But the worst part, and listen carefully, the worst part is that you could be on a video call with someone, your boss, your mom, an important client, and that person does not exist. Interactive, real-time deepfakes. Picture this. You are in an important meeting. You see the face of your client. You hear their voice. You see their lips moving. It's all in sync. They ask you to do something. Do you believe them? Of course you do. You're seeing them. You're hearing them. But they are not there. It's a deepfake, interactive, real-time, live. Did you watch that episode of Black Mirror? Yeah, that one. Reality is worse now. How did we get here? The short story of the perfect lie. Look, the technology to do this has existed for years, but the difference is the speed and the accessibility. 5 years ago, making a decent deepfake required an expensive computer, technical knowledge, and a serious time. It was labor-intensive, complicated. Only hardcore hackers did it, or high-level technicians. Now, anyone can do it. With a smartphone, in 5 minutes. There are apps that literally says, upload a photo, upload a voice, make a video. Done. It's like counterfeiting money used to require expensive printing presses and 20 years of experience. And now anyone in a convenience store can do it with an iPhone and a Photoshop. AI improved exponentially. Deepfakes evolved from obviously fake to maybe real to pretty sure that's real to I cannot tell if this is real and I am a trained technician. That's where we are. We crossed the line we should never have crossed. The Rubicon of digital reality. Point of no return. And here is where dark psychology comes in. Why do these deepfakes work so well? Because they attack what you already believe is true. If someone calls you with your mom's voice asking for money, you don't think twice. Is this a deepfake? Your brain is wired to recognize your mom, to trust her. It's automatic. It's love. And criminals know it. They exploit it. It's like if someone poisoned you, not by making bad food, but by having your grandmothers make it. Trust is the weapon.
My mom calls me on the telephone, says someone stole her entire paycheck, asked me to wire her some money to an account she says is her bank, but it's her voice precise, just like always. Her expressions, her way of speaking. Is it really her or is it a deep fake? How the hell can I possibly know? I can't trust my own ears anymore. I can't believe what I'm hearing. Technology is a conniving witch, stealing voices and selling lies. I can't believe my own grandmother another could be fake, and I'd be sitting here watching Netflix while my life savings get stolen. My boss sends a video on WhatsApp, says there's an urgent investment opportunity, wants me to transfer company funds to an account in the Cayman Islands. No questions, it's his voice, his shirt, his office in the background, but his eyes move like a robot. Is this my boss or is this artificial? Should I trust in pixels or in my gut? I can't trust my own eyes anymore. I can't believe what I'm seeing. Reality is a TikTok made in Silicon Valley where everyone's an actor without knowing it. I can't believe my cat could not be my cat. Could be transmitting all my secrets to Moscow while I give it treats with complete faith. Deepfakes everywhere, in the house, in the car, in the air. My buddy is a Python code. My wife is an algorithm with a bad attitude. Grok's making 600-700 bad things per hour, and I'm here, existentially paranoid, wondering if even my voice is mine, or if I'm a deepfake with self-awareness. I can't trust. I can't trust. Can't believe in anything, not anymore, not starting today. Innocence died in 2026 and was replaced by a digital certificate of authenticity that's probably fake.
Tired of video calls from people who doesn't exist? Worried that your mother is calling you from Tokyo, Japan? Introducing Deepfakes Be Gone, the revolutionary consciousness pill that makes you suspicious of everything. Within seconds, your nerves activate, your eyelids twitch, and suddenly, boom, you know when someone is lying to you. Our customers report incredible results.
Since taking Deepfakes Be Gone, I rejected 47 calls from my mom because something fell off. Turns out 46 were actually her. But now I am free.
My boss fired me because I demanded proof of life in every Zoom meeting. Now I work from a server. It's more honest. Side effects of Deepfakes Be Gone include extreme paranoia, total isolation, inability to trust your own mother, seeing all humans as bots, sleeping 4 hours while monitoring security cameras, raising your cat in a bunker, convincing your family that you are a deepfake so they will leave you alone, occasional dizziness when making eye contact, night sweats, chronic existentialism, and the sensation that the government is tracking your eye blinks. Do not take Deepfakes Be Gone if you are pregnant, nursing, or if you are a deepfake. Do not drive after taking Deepfakes Be Gone. Actually, don't do anything. Just sit in a dark room and question the nature of existence. Deepfakes Be Gone is not responsible for broken relationship, lost jobs, or you discover your 30 years marriage partner was a deepfake all along. The use of Deepfakes Be Gone is strictly prohibited in Las Vegas, at casinos, on dates, and during Zoom calls with strangers. Press click responsible. Deepfakes Be Gone, because you know who you know.
The victims. Real stories that will steal your sleep. Now I'm going to tell you real stories. I changed the names, but these are cases that happen in 2025 and 2026 in America, possibly in your town. Story 1. The Grandpa in Phoenix. Imagine Robert, 74 years old, retired, lives in Phoenix. His son lives in New York. Everything is normal, quiet. One day, he gets a video call from his son. He sees him clearly. It's his son. He sounds like him. Tell him about a business problem. Needs $80,000. Has to be today. Robert, who loves his son, transferred the money. 1 hour later, his real son calls. Guess from where? New York. Asking how things are. Robert hangs up without a word. He's shaking. The son who called was a deepfake. Someone used old photos, a YouTube clip of his son talking, AI to sync lips, and sold a story. Robert lost $80,000, lost trust, lost the ability to look at his son through a screen without suspicion. Story 2. The bank director. Sarah is a regional bank director, years of experience, not easy to fool. One day, she gets a video call on Teams, Microsoft Teams. It's her CEO, headquarters, a serious audit issue, needs her to transfer $2 million to a security account while they resolve the problem. It's urgent, it's confidential, can't tell anyone. She knows him, worked with him for years. She sees his face, hears his voice, but something is off. A microsecond where his lips lag. A blink that is too perfectly symmetrical, too perfect. Sarah says, "Okay, let me call you back in 5 minutes to confirm on the office landline." She hangs up, calls his direct office number. He is in a meeting. Ask, "What do you need?" Sarah goes cold, tell him everything. The CEO says, "That wasn't me. That was a deepfake. $2 million saved because a woman trusted her instinct, because something in her brain says, that doesn't add up." But now many people don't have that instinct. How many transfer first and cry later? Story 3. The jazz musician from New Orleans. Marcus is a jazz saxophonist, solo artist, has a 20 years career. Suddenly, he sees himself on TikTok, a video where he's playing EDM, not jazz, not his style, but it's his face, his body, his voice singing. The video has 3 million views. Comment says, "So disappointed, sold out." His students ask, "Why are you doing electronic music?" His mom asks, "Who is that with your face?" Marcus didn't make that video. A deepfake did, for money, for clout, for fun. Someone stole his digital identity. How does he fight it? How many videos does he have to make proving he is real before internet believes him? The answer, infinite. Because once your image, your voice, your face are in the system, they replicate infinitely. You are a file anyone can edit. These are the stories of real people, and this is just the beginning. Why do these scams work? The psychology of the perfect lie. Here's the important part. Deepfakes don't work just because they are technologically advanced. They work because they exploit how your brain thinks. Your brain is designed to recognize the people you love. It's survival. In ancient times, if you didn't recognize your tribe, you die. So we evolved with a facial and voice recognition system that is incredibly sophisticated. But that same system is vulnerable. Why? Because it works on familiarity. If something looks enough like something you know, your brain goes, "Yep, that's it," and doesn't think further. When your mom calls with her voice, your brain doesn't analyze. Is this audio pattern consistent with the mother I know? Your brain just goes, "Mom," and you trust because you love her, because she's in your circle of care. Criminals knows this. That's why they don't deepfake strangers. They deepfake people you know, people you love. Your mom, your dad, your spouse, your boss, authorities. Because emotion defeats logic. And here's what is perverse. Even if you know deepfakes exist, your brain still falls for it. A scientist at the University of Buffalo says something that should keep you up at night. Even when people know a deepfake is a deepfake, their behavior changes. They still act like it's real. Think about that. You know, intellectually, you understand that what you are seeing might be fake, but your amygdala, the part of your brain that says danger, doesn't buy it. So you act, you send money, you share info, you do what the person asks. Because even if you are 99% sure it's a deepfake, that 1% of doubt kills you. What if it's real? What if my mom really needs money? What if my boss really needs that transfer? I can't afford to be wrong. So you cave.
I looked in the mirror this morning and didn't recognize my own face. When did pixels replace skin? When did I stop trusting my reflection? My voice in recording sounds like a stranger saying things I'd never say. Someone stole my identity and sold it to the highest bidder. I don't belong to myself anymore. I'm a public file. My face is on a server, and anyone can do with it what they want. The mirror is broken, reality is crumbling. Who am I if I can't trust my own image? I looked you in the eyes through a screen, and for 1 second I doubted you. A millisecond of distrust between me and the person I love most. Is this the future, where every interaction is an interrogation? Prove you're real. Are you flesh or are you data? I don't belong to myself anymore. You don't belong to you anymore. Our faces are on 1,000 servers, and millions can do with them what they want. The mirror is broken, reality is crumbling. Who are we if we can't trust anything we see? Maybe the only true mirror is the one inside the heart. The face that matters isn't made of pixels. It's the one you feel when you trust, even when you doubt, even when you tremble. We still belong to ourselves, even if we can't prove we're real, even if everything around us is fake. We can still choose to believe, not in technology, but in what matters.
Tired of not knowing if the person in your video call is actually your grandmother or a criminal algorithm with a taste for your retirement savings? Introducing Verify Your Grandma the only system in the world that combines cutting-edge biometrics with validated emotional artificial intelligence. How does it work? Step 1. When grandma calls, the system asks, "What's the embarrassing nickname grandma called you as a child?" If she says, "Dear," she's a deepfake. Your real grandma always says, "Get over here, you little troublemaker." Step 2. The system analyzes the guilt level in her voice. If she says, "I miss you," followed by a specific 2.3 second silence, while signing about your cousin who really needs to get his life together, that's your grandma. Step 3. Final verification. The system asks your grandma if she needs money for something new. If she needs money for the same reason she mentioned 5 years ago, her hip replacement that never actually happened, is verified. It's 100% effective at detecting authentic grandmothers. Satisfaction guarantee. If it's not your real grandma, we will refund your money, assuming you still have money after the deepfake stole it. Your grandma is not responsible if your actual grandmother feels offended because the system flagged her as unauthentic. Not responsible if she activates Operation Mexican Mom Guilt, where she ignores you for 3 months. Not responsible if you accidentally create an emotional feedback loop where she calls 47 times to prove she's real. Not responsible if you decide never trust anyone again and move to a mountain. Not responsible for existential depression. Not responsible. Verify your grandma use is prohibited at funerals, nursing homes, and any situation where it no longer matters if grandma is real. Please do not abandon your grandmother thinking that she's a deepfake. We lost grandmothers this way. We don't want you to lose yours too. Press click responsible. Verify your grandma because, fake or not, they still love you.
Amplified consequences. Politics, money, trust. This is where it gets really dark. Voices and face deepfakes are a personal problem. Your mom, your money, your identity, that's terrifying. But think bigger. What happened when deepfakes of the president declaring war to another country? Markets collapse. People panic. They sell stock. There is chaos. Then it's turned out it was fake. But the damage is already done, right? What happens when a deepfake of a general saying he assaults his family circulates? His career ends. His family suffers. Years later we find out it was fake, but his life is already destroyed. What happened when deepfakes of politicians, athletes, celebrities engage in sexual crimes circulate? Even if they are fake, the reputation is destroyed because part of the public will always believe happened. The reality is that providing something didn't happen is nearly impossible today. How do you prove a negative? Basic philosophy. If someone says you committed a crime, how do you prove you didn't? You can't prove a negative. It's impossible. So even a false accusation has power because the lawyers for truth is always at disadvantage against the lawyer of an interesting lie. And here's what keeps scientists awake at night. We have not collective defense. There is no deepfake protection service that says, hey, that video of the senator assaulting a waiter is fake. Here's a cryptographic proof. It doesn't exist. We have to solve this as individuals, looking at low-quality video and saying, don't know, something seems off. It's like living in a city without police. Everyone can defend their own house, but eventually, criminals will win. Okay, enough doom. I know you want to live in a cabin without internet now. That's fine. But where we're living in 2026 and using technology, here is 5 things you can do to protect yourself. It's not perfect, but better than nothing. Step 1. Verify offline. If someone calls you asking for money, your mom, your boss, your spouse, a government official, don't transfer it immediately. Hang up, call that person back. Not at the number that shows up in your phone. Call the number you already have saved. Or better yet, send them a text. Hey, did you just call me? Yes, that sounds paranoid, but paranoid is correct in 2026. If someone says it's urgent, you can't tell anyone. Has to be now. That's a major red flag, like a soccer match. Criminals know that if you take 5 minutes to think, you will think better. So they push, they say urgency, they say secrecy. Take those 5 minutes, verify, hang up, and call back. Step 2. Distrust behavioral changes. If your mom never sends videos, but suddenly sends a perfect high-definition video of her face asking for money, that's very weird. If your boss always emails you, but suddenly makes an urgent video call from an unknown number, that is weird. If your spouse always says your name in calls, but suddenly doesn't, or called you baby instead of honey, that is weird. Deepfakes are like the imposter syndrome of technology. Something feels off. Trust that. It's not paranoia, it's instinct. Step 3. Learn the technical artifacts. Here are things to look for in a deepfake video. Weird blinking. Deepfakes sometimes struggle with eyes. The blink can be asymmetrically slow or not happen for seconds. Real eyes blink about 17 times a minute. If someone goes 30 seconds without blinking, that's weird. Lip sync. If lips don't match the sound perfectly, that's a sign. Even advanced deepfakes sometimes lag by a millisecond. Ear movement. Deepfakes often forget the ears. Ears move when you talk. If someone's ears are static, it's fake. Skin texture. Deepfakes can have weird pixels at certain angles. If someone turns their head 45 degrees and suddenly has digital grayness, that's fake. Eye reflection. If one eye shines differently than the other, it's a sign that data is in sync. Now, I don't expect you to become an expert, but be aware. Look for those things. Step 4. Use detection apps, but with skepticism. There are apps that claim they can detect deepfakes. Some work, some don't. The problem is that they are in the arms race. Criminals make better deepfakes, apps improve detection. Criminals make even better deepfakes. So don't trust any app 100%, but using them as a second verification layer is good. Some that exist. Media forensics analyze videos. Sense Time and Sense Face detect facial manipulation. And Microsoft Video Authenticator verifies authenticity. But again, none are 100% effective. They are tools, no silver bullets. Step 5. Participate in your community. This one is the most important one. In 2026, defense against deepfakes is collective, not individual. If you see a fake video circulating, report it. On TikTok, there is a button that says report as misinformation. On Twitter, same thing. On Facebook, you can report disinformation. Yeah, it might not do anything, but every report counts. Share information about deepfakes. Educate your mom, your dad, your grandpa, your grandma. Educate your kids. Talk about this. Make it normal to talk about it. If you see someone being victimized by deepfake, help, verify, share verified information. And here's the most important thing. Be skeptical of everything, but don't be paranoid. It means verify before acting, but don't stop living. It means be careful, but not anxious. It means trust the people you love, but take 5 minutes to verify. That's balance. That's surviving 2026. What's next? The terrifying future and possible solutions. Want a prediction? In a year, deepfakes will be so good that even experts will doubt. We will see real-time video calls that are 100% indistinguishable from reality. And at that point, the question won't be, is this real? The question will be, how do we know anything is real? It's a philosophical problem now, not just technical. But there are solutions that could work. Solution number 1, cryptographic identity. Imagine every video your phone records has a digital signature, like an ID for a video. It's impossible to fake. When you see the video, you verify the signature. If it's valid, it's real. If not, it's fake. Solution 2, AI regulation. Governments could require any AI that generates deepfakes to mark them automatically. What will happen? I don't know, because this requires a global cooperation. And look how we do with other things. Solution 3, education. It's what we're doing now. Talking, teaching, making people aware. Ignorance is the criminal's weapon. Awareness is the citizen's defense. So what's most important? Not technology, culture. If we create a culture where people verify, where people are skeptical, where people understand these tools, we can significantly reduce the damage. We can stop deepfakes, but we can make them less effective, and that's something. So here we are, 2026, the year you can no longer believe anyone, or at least what feels like. But here's what I learned researching this. Truth doesn't disappear just because lies exist. Lies win when we don't defend ourselves. And the defense is exactly this: awareness, skepticism, community, and learning. Your mom might be real. Your boss might be real. Your spouse might be real. Probably they are. They are, don't worry. But take 5 minutes to verify. Verify, not because you don't trust, but because you trust so much. You want to be sure. That's love. That's logic. That is surviving in 2026. I am Dr. Cubit, and this was Behind the Digital Curtain. Thank you for coming with me to this terrifying place where pixels have more power than presidents and algorithms steal more than thieves. Next week, we will be back with another episode that probably also steals your sleep. But for now, turn off your phone, wait, actually first verify that it's really you turning off your phone and not a deepfake of you. It's fine. Paranoia is mental health in 2026. See you, my friends, or at least see someone who looks like me. Bye-bye. It means. Thank you so much for listening to this week's episode. If you enjoy it, please share with someone you want to protect and help navigate this technological world. And if you have questions, anecdotes, or stories you would like to share, write me at behindthedigitalcurtainpodcast@gmail.com. I'll be waiting for you next week for another episode of Behind the Digital Curtain, the place where technology is spoken in human language. See you later.